Lewis on. It's lights out, and away we go. And who's got the best start out of the front? Looks like Rosberg ahead of Hamilton, who will have the inside line into turn one. Valtteri Bottas just covers off Sergio Perez. Hamilton tries to go down on the inside as Perez locks up, and Hamilton nicks the lead from his teammate Nico Rosberg. It's then Valtteri Bottas losing pace because Felipe Massa has got into third place. We're riding on board now with Jenson Button as Nico Rosberg down towards turn four, tries to make a move around the outside. Hamilton's got his covered. He's going to have to go the long way round, forced off the track by his teammate Nico Rosberg, but there was no contact made, and it's Hamilton that leads them down the hill.
Yes, and they were both. Fernando Alonso.
And this at the start, Lewis Hamilton then, really good getaway, and whilst his teammate Nico Rosberg just getting bogged down a bit, this is where Hamilton now starts to make the gains. Rosberg leaves him enough space.
It's pure instinct to know where to brake, especially with these new brake-by-wire cars. And no lockups. It's just a sixth sense. And this was Rosberg trying to come back at him in turn four. And there's one thing and one thing only going to happen here. He's going to run out of space because Lewis is entitled to
runners as threading his way through. There's Hulkenberg, and here comes Nico Rosberg into turn one for the lead. This Rosberg against Hamilton. Hamilton fights back. Rosberg has to concede the lead within a matter of meters. But Hamilton, was he caught unaware? Could he see Rosberg coming? He didn't manage to fend him off at the first time, but got the place straight.
So, well done, was he?
So that DRS.
Help yourself. Lewis is perfectly entitled to swing back, knowing that Nico's compromised on a tight line, but they got so close to touching, which would have punctured Lewis's left rear and taken the wing off. Yeah, it was a little bit aggressive from Lewis, but
it was for the lead.
Yeah, well, exactly. It is, you know, it's the World Championship as well. They're fighting over.
And Toto Wolff going grayer by the meter.
There we go again.
I think at the moment as Hamilton, Rosberg part two, and he's going to try out the inside again. Rosberg, he's got DRS, and this time Lewis Hamilton locks up as well as Nico Rosberg. Now, does that give Rosberg the chance to keep hold of the lead as they move up the hill now? Hamilton just couldn't get the traction to fight right back, but he's now going to get the slipstream, and towards turn four we go. Towards the outside of the track, Hamilton is pushed. Rosberg makes his move around that right-hander. Hamilton now trying to fight back down the hill. This is where Rosberg went off on the first lap. This is where Hamilton on lap 19 regains the lead back again. Whoa!
Brilliant driving. I thought Lewis might
fly down the main straight towards about 200 miles an hour. It's Lewis Hamilton ahead of Nico Rosberg. Behind, Nico Hulkenberg is having a go at Sergio Perez into turn one. The Force Indians get close. Hulkenberg has to concede as Perez protects that third place ahead of Jenson Button, then Sebastian Vettel and Daniel Ricciardo, and after Ricciardo it's Massa and Bottas. But here come the two Mercedes into turn four. It's Rosberg and Hamilton going wheel to wheel. Is that Rosberg squeezing his way? Is that Hamilton squeezing his way? It's Hamilton just in the lead from Nico Rosberg, and the Force India still going for it down the hill.
Hamilton's tyres.
Certainly some podium is on board with Nico Rosberg. Into the first turn we go. Is this the lead now for Rosberg? Hamilton manages to stay ahead. There's no team orders going on a Mercedes.
Rosberg will be way, way quicker out of turn two. He could get on the throttle, but Hamilton's covered the inside line. And those stickier tyres for Rosberg giving him better traction too. Will he leave him any space?
He's gone off the track. He's gone completely off the track, Nico Rosberg, but he's certainly not given up yet. He now has to, as Hamilton slots back into the to go. Hamilton, our race leader. Rosberg in second, gaining all the time. Little bit too far back, but he's going to go for it down the inside. Has he outbraked himself? Yes, he has. Lewis Hamilton comes back into the lead once more.
Yeah, didn't think he would make the braking zone there. That was incredibly late. But it's like last time. He just needs to adjust that by a couple of meters, and he'll get the journey. He needs to park it on the apex, so Lewis can't get on the throttle.
Or he needs to catch him out in a place where Lewis Hamilton isn't quite expecting it. Might be on the way down into turn 8 here as we ride on board with Rosberg, who will turn, and Mercedes are going to make it back-to-back 1-2s. It's Lewis Hamilton who once again wins the Grand Prix. Hamilton triumphs in Bahrain.
This is the most important decision from my point of view, and they really raced. Nobody can argue anything.
So Paddy was saying maybe don't race, but they didn't listen to him.
Correct. Very simple.
Thank you, Nicky.
That was
In the end, it was really so hard.
Freaking close.
I got a grey hair.